A newspaper fired Walt Disney for lack of ideas, and he went bankrupt several times before building Disneyland. Enrico Caruso's parents believed a voice teacher who said he had no future in music. He simply could not sing at all. He did not believe the teacher and became one of the most famous opera singers in the world. Theodore Roosevelt suffered the deaths of both his mother and his wife on the same day in 1884 before he became a war hero and a very effective President of the United States. John Wesley, the founder of Methodism, was often asked to not return to churches after preaching in them once. When he preached on the streets, townspeople kicked him out. When he preached in a meadow, people turned a bull loose on him. But later, because he refused to give up, he preached in a pasture and 10,000 people came to hear him. The story of Abraham Lincoln also amazes me. In the face of many defeats, he had reason to believe there was no way he could succeed in life or be President of the United States. At 22 years old, he failed in business. 1 year later, he ran for the legislature and lost. When he was 24, he experienced a second business failure. At 26, the woman he loved passed away, and he suffered a nervous breakdown the next year. When he was 29, he lost another political race, and at 34, he made an unsuccessful run for Congress. At 37, he did get elected to Congress, only to be defeated again 2 years later. At 46, he lost his bid for the Senate, and the next year, he failed in his attempt to become vice president. When he was 49, he was defeated for the Senate again. He had 4 sons, but only one lived to adulthood. But at 51 years of age, Abraham Lincoln was elected President of the United States and successfully led the country through one of its most difficult periods. Many people would have said, "No way," but not Lincoln. He never gave up. I believe you are destined to do great things. God created you for a purpose. He has opportunities He wants to give you and assignments with which He wants to entrust you. I'm sure you have realized by this point in your life that you will face opposition as you follow God. People who are called to greatness meet great challenges. He never promised us it would be easy. In fact, He guarantees us adversities in His Word. He also promises to be with us through difficulties, to fight on our behalf, to strengthen us to overcome any obstacle we confront, and to give us the ability to overcome them under one condition, that we never give up. No matter what comes your way, refuse to quit. Before you get started, I want to remind you of a biblical truth that I want you to remember after you listen to this audiobook. God, who got you started in this spiritual adventure, shares with us the life of His Son and our Master Jesus. He will never give up on you. Never forget that. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 9, the Message. Chapter 1. Never say no way. Without the way, there is no going. Without the truth, there is no knowing. Without the life, there is no living. Thomas à Kempis. Have you ever faced a situation and said, "There is no way this can ever be"? Maybe some of these thoughts weigh on your mind. There is no way I can handle the pressure at work. There is no way I can pay my bills at the end of the month. There is no way to save my marriage. There is no way my children will ever grow up to be responsible adults. There is no way I can keep my house clean and straight. There is no way for me to open my own business. There is no way I can go back to college at my age. There is no way I can lose the weight I need to lose. I want you to know there is always a way. It may not be easy, it may not be convenient, it may not come quickly. You may have to go over, under, around, or through. But if you will simply keep on keeping on and refuse to give up, you will find a way. I want